incredible place. It's got more energy there than anywhere I've ever surfed.
Va a ser un día muy bueno, olas muy grandes.
That was probably the biggest I think anybody has tried to paddle into Todos Santos. It would normally have been a day, for towings. The swell was that big, but first thing in the morning we made the conscious decision that hey, let's try and use our hands and muscle into a couple of these, which we did. Granted, there was a lot of waves that went unridden, but the few that were definitely a lot more memorable than anything we would have caught towing in, and definitely I think a day for the history books as far as surfing at Todos Santos goes.
Para cambiar de actitud antes que empiece el amanecer. Donde seguir imaginando esta vez, donde puedo aterrizar, donde puedo aterrizar.
The waves are so giant, and I don't think any of us had tried to paddle in the waves that giant before, so it was stepping into the unknown.
Lo que nadie espera de vos, lo que nadie en verdad conoce, lo que nadie sintió mejor, es mi cielo de hoy, es mi cielo de hoy, es mi.
The last wave I ended up wiping out really bad, and I busted my eardrum, and it was a pretty horrendous wipeout. I took a late drop and came to the bottom, and my board stopped, and I flew about 15 feet that way, and I ended up crashing on my ear and breaking my eardrum for the third time in my life, actually, and lost my equilibrium. Didn't know which way was up or down. Was basically like swimming like a one-winged duck. And luckily I came up and saw the jet ski in the channel, and it was Greg and Jason Murray, so I waved them over to help me, and they came and rescued me, which was a really good thing because I needed to be rescued in this moment.
So my board got destroyed on the rocks, and that was the only one I brought, and luckily Greg had an extra one, and he was nice enough to let me borrow it. And I went back out. I was getting a little sore and stiff from all the beatings, but I was like, I have to go back out and get one. And I got a pretty good one. It was a really late drop, and I thought there was no way I was going to make it, but I just kept thinking that I was going to break the leash, and Greg's board would get destroyed on the rocks, so I just tried that much more and ended up making it.
It was a humbling big wave surf for sure. That's what we were all saying, that we all had a good dose of humble pie. So that feels good. That doesn't happen very often. You know, when you've got Sturls saying, God, I hope it actually gets a little bit smaller here so we can, you know, sit in the right spot and not have to worry about dodging 25 footers. Oh, it was a rough day, you know, it was a heavy day. Big boil was sucking and gurgling in the whole face, and I had to go below it, and the line that I had to take to go below it didn't allow me enough time to get away from the wave, and the wave came behind me and just absolutely clobbered me. I think I was held under probably about 16 or 17 seconds, and I came up really just before the next wave, and yeah, it worked me good. I lost my board. Yeah, we gotta get going.
It was pretty wild, huh? A wonderful opening day. Difficult as they get.
Sturls ruptured his eardrum. He came up all dizzy and disoriented. Because when that happens, you know, your equilibrium becomes non-existent pretty much. But everybody else came in safe, so that's always the most important thing, and a good feeling when you're coming back into the harbor to know that everybody's okay.
Mira. ¿Qué pasa, Pancho? Estuvo bueno el tiempo y ajá.
¿Qué pasó?
Un día muy bueno para los surfistas, un día que nunca se olvidará.
Vas a hablar, habla bien, no sé quién sea.
Pilas.
Yeah, what a beautiful day today. Lucky surfers. Big wave.
That's what happens when you break a leash or use a board at Todos Santos. The rocks aren't very friendly. It ended up clipping me and pounded me good. Leash plug broke out of the board, and I went in and tried to find it. Searched for about 15 minutes and couldn't find the board at all. Just went onto the island and got it. Was hoping it might still be a little bit alive, but it's dead.
Broke my eardrum playing out at Todos Santos with my friends. Yeah, good wipeout. Late drop. And then just landed sideways. Cased it like. It's part of, yeah, it's what comes with the territory. You know? You wanna play, you better pay.
Doesn't get much better, does it?
Yeah.
Going to our friend Jason Murray's house. Very, very accomplished photographer and good friend that we go on a lot of our surf missions with. And here he is. We're a little bit late, but that's just the way things go.
My name is Jason Murray. I'm a photographer based out of San Clemente, California. This is Kai Tucker Murray. He is my 4.5-month-old son, future Torin maestro. For about the last 15 years, I've been a photographer specializing in surf and action sports, skateboarding, snowboarding, and the lifestyles, and culture associated with those activities. For the better part of the last decade, I've spent a lot of time working with the Long brothers, Greg and Rusty. And for the most part, our mission has been to find the biggest waves and the most remote, empty lineups that we can find. This trip was special because, we were seeing a west swell that was bigger than anything that we've seen in the past, maybe as long as I can remember. And the waves that I saw that day were bigger than any other waves that I've ever seen at Todos. A lot of rescues went down. I probably went in and saved at least 8 to 10 people. When Killers is that big, you need help. So the jet ski, which I shoot from when it's big like that, is an absolutely necessary tool to save lives and keep people from getting hurt. Part of the job as a photographer is not only to get the shot, but also to keep an eye on your crew and make sure that those guys are safe at all times. Geez, where do I start with Rusty and Greg? Those guys are like the odd couple, It's like Greg is super organized and he's on top of it, and Rusty is like more mellow, just cruising. But you put both of them in the water and it's like a couple wild animals unleashed, you know? It's, those guys are fearless and very calculated at the same time. You know, they very rarely put themselves in situations that they can't handle. And, you know, the number one thing is that they're always prepared for whatever the ocean throws at them, whether it's 60 feet or 6 feet. You know, they're always ready to go. They're always very enthusiastic and excited about finding the biggest surf on the planet. Rusty and Greg are my favorite guys to work with. The three of us together have produced a lot of memorable sort of trips and imagery to share with the rest of the world, and it's something that I'm very proud of, that I've been able to find a couple of surfers that I connect with, and I'm able to produce results that the rest of the world looks upon and goes, wow, those are some beautiful photos, and those guys charge. And I'm really lucky and fortunate to be there to document it for those guys and for myself, and I'm looking forward to many more adventures with the boys.
I paddled for what would have easily been the biggest wave of my life. It was the wave after the wave that caught Healy and an Australian guy inside. That wave was 60 feet on the face. My wave wasn't much smaller that I paddled for, and it was glassy, and I was committed. I told myself I'm going. But as I was about to get to my feet, this step came out underneath me, and I pulled back at the last second and nearly got sucked over the falls. But it would have been by far the biggest wave I've ever caught. What it did was it sort of altered our perception of what's approachable in big surf, because after that day, I'll tell you what, like a 20-foot glassy day is gonna seem almost easy now, because that day was as hard as it gets.
Last big swell, very well-respected big wave surfer and Mavericks pioneer Peter David passed away while surfing down at Ghost Tree in Monterey. So we had, you know, another really special circle that we gathered in the evening, and everyone said a few words. And we do that every single year, but this year I think it was a lot more heartfelt, brought everyone a lot closer. You know, when you lose someone in such a tragic incident like that, it's really eye-opening. So, you know, like I said, really brought everyone together. You could tell that there was a lot of love, and you know, it's a brotherhood of big wave surfers. You know, everyone who comes here and surfs here, you know, when the swell's big, it's really, there's a common bond that you're not going to find in too many other sports in the world.
Still waiting to hear if they're going to call the Mavs contest on or off, but it looks like there's a good chance it is going to happen. So, anyways, just covering all my bases. I'm definitely going up there and plan on doing well and hopefully winning that thing.
Las mares están muy fuertes y muy grandes como el Chile.
Dime quién sos, qué quieren de vos, quién vino a buscar tu pobre ilusión de hoy. Algunos principios te pueden mover, mirando tus manos te dejas caer como una serpiente, revuelcas en tu mente. Los monjes desfilan por el borde de tu frente. Ahora ves que no ves quién soy yo o quién es él.
Gracias. Okay. Listo.
El hombre.
Oh yeah. That was a pretty big set that came through. Good shot.
El hombre.